Even in very high places, there are very bad habits. Hi guys, it's Mr. BSGB from Backseat Gutbusters with another funny story from one of my passengers. This one is from a woman named Libby, who's a senior financial advisor for one of the biggest financial firms. She talked to me about her beginning in the company. She was hired right out of college because of her resume for the CFO's assistant position. On the first day of the job, the CFO explained to her her responsibilities in his office. After that, she came out to her desk, which was in the secretarial pool, and organized everything. Back then, it was still the typewriter. She had notepads, pens, and pencils, a calendar, and for that day, she brought in a bowl of gumdrops. Well, being the CFO's assistant is an important position, so the other secretaries came over to chat and help her out. One of them said, "Are you going to keep all that on your desk?" And she said, "Sure, why not?" "No reason," the secretary said. Another one said, "Well, it's just that the CFO has a quirky habit, but you'll soon see." Well, instead of wondering and asking more questions, she figured she better go about her business and her assignments. So after a while, the CFO came out to her desk. He took a look at the desk and he said, "I see you're getting settled in there nicely, Libby." And she said, "Oh, I'm doing just fine." And all of a sudden, he takes his index finger, shoves it up his nose, up to the knuckle, and is digging for a booger. She doesn't change expression and doesn't say a word. He then pulls out a green mass and shoves it right into his mouth. Now she's desperately holding back her gag response. He continues to chat and says, "You know, finances is all about organization and being neat and clean." And then he takes that same figure, puts it in his mouth, and as if he's scraping candy off his teeth, he just sucks on the tip of the finger and then says, "Libby, do you mind if I take one of your gumdrops?" And before she could say of course, he dives right into the bowl with that same finger, searching for the perfect gumdrop. Libby now is desperately fighting the urge to vomit, and she thinks to herself, "So that's the habit. And of all the bosses in the world, I happen to pick me a winner." If you like that story, click below, and you'll hear a lot more from the Backseat Gutbusters.